Sabrina Bailey are the headline makers, with wonderful support from Sinead Costello and Captain A huge loss if she's unable to play, as the All-Ireland champion Sabrina Bailey is actually going a corner forward. Numerous changes. Noreen Walsh has gone in full back. Annalisa Crotty is at midfield. Olivia Condon is at wing back as the 1999 All-Ireland final is underway. Mayo playing with a slight breeze in the first half. Geraldine O'Ryan seemed to pick up an injury there in pursuit of the ball. First interception by Olivia Condon. Well taken down by Mary O'Donnell. Looking for support inside. Good covering by Mayo, however. Marcella Heffernan is back there. And the first free to the green and red. Referee Finbar Driscoll has halted play, and indeed Mayo have made the decision to take off Cora Staunton, which was suggested earlier in the dressing room, and on is Orla Casby. So the changes have in fact been made. A very sporting gesture by Mayo, and congratulations indeed, I think, to John Mullen, but will it in any way affect the final result? With 5 substitutions, probably not, except for the huge loss of Cora Staunton. Left half back, Julianne Torpey for Waterford. Tight marking, good interplay by Geraldine O'Ryan and Anya Wall. Cutting through, going for the goal, and a brilliant save by Denise Horan. Anya Wall cutting through, scored 2 goals against Cork, a tally of 21 All-Ireland medals in her own personal collection, and she was blazing for glory here, and it took the best out of Denise Horan to deflect it. As such, going to be taken by Mary O'Donnell. Student in Colosh, the Owen in Youghal, County Cork. Good covering again by Mayo. And it comes back out to Mary O'Donnell, who's unmarked. Floating another ball in. Dangerously into her. Here's a chance, an open net. Oh, brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Very courageous goalkeeping by Denise Horan. Well, John Mullen described to me during the week that Denise is the best goalkeeper in Ireland. Twice she saved her county in the opening few minutes. That's a brilliant save, though. Back it comes to Olivia Condon, operating, remember now, at wing back. Waterford continue to make changes. Here's Annalisa Crotty. She's at midfield despite wearing number 3. Niamh Barry, who came on for Anya Wall the last day in Cardell Park, to Geraldine O'Ryan. Good combination play by Waterford, hoping to break down this Mayo defence early and unsettle the challengers. Good defender. Left corner back is Imelda Malarkey. That's going to be free to Waterford. This was brilliant goalkeeping by Mayo's Denise Horan, a native of Ballinrobe, bravely going down on the boot of the Waterford corner forward. As Waterford continue to exert the pressure. No physical contact allowed, of course, in this game. And that's going to be a free to Siobhan O'Ryan. Lovely catch. Down the middle, towards left half forward, Sinead Costello. Going back to cover is Marion Troy. Using the more direct route. Coming through, and again there's some pushing by Mayo. And Waterford continue to put the pressure on. Annalisa Crotty going to take this free. Mary O'Donnell floating one in towards the goalkeeper. There's a touch and it just went wide. Well, Mayo have been living dangerously. Here's the opportunity again. As that ball was floated in, it just took a little touch here, and the goalkeeper did her best and did enough to just put off the Waterford corner forward. Christina Heffernan into the space for Sabrina Bailey, playing a corner forward. Scored a goal in 4 against me. It's going to be a sideline ball, I think, more than a free to Mayo. First real attack for Mayo in this match. Good defending by Julianne Torpey, and another free out for Waterford. Mary O'Donnell, the target. Again, clashing in, not allowed, as Martina O'Ryan picked up that loose ball and going to take the free herself. Good catch by Helena Lohan. Gives it away towards Mary O'Donnell. Running on here is Geraldine O'Ryan. Cutting inside is Anya Wall. There's a chance here. Anya Wall still there, and good defending again by Nuala O'Shea. And conceding a 45. But Waterford looked so dangerous in the opening 6.5 minutes. Coming through here, there was a chance here of a goal. Anya Wall just lost the ball here, and good defending by the corner back, Nuala O'Shea. Mary O'Donnell going to take this free again. Nicely picked up. Melda Malarkey gets it again and feeds Sinead Costello from Hollymount. Tackling her is Olivia Condon, and wins a free. Using the long ball, getting inside the cover. Here's a chance. Diane O'Hara, twisting, turning, sending it wide. Diane O'Hara, a native of Ballina, for playing her club football with Conagale and Roscommon. Did very well here to get the ball. Good defending by Waterford, it must be said, and the shot blazing wide. Annalisa Crotty. On towards Mary O'Donnell. Posing problems for centre half back Yvonne Byrne. Again, they try and test out this Mayo full back line. Geraldine O'Ryan giving it to Claire Ride. Turning, and there's our first score in the All-Ireland final. Claire Ryan, the scorer, the captain, fittingly opens the All-Ireland champions account. It was Geraldine O'Ryan that actually set up her captain. Good pass inside, and she availed of the space to open up their account. Target is Sabrina Bailey. Well won indeed by Marion Troy. The boot is back on, and action can resume. Trina White did very well there to win that free, and she does the running repairs. Siobhan O'Ryan sends it down towards her full forward line again. Stella Heffernan is covering from one wing to the other. Waterford continue to dominate half back line and at midfield, using the long ball effectively to find Geraldine O'Ryan. Chance of a second point here perhaps. Geraldine sends it high enough and accurately enough. Second point of the game to the champions. Waterford certainly using the long ball effectively. And Geraldine O'Ryan in front of the post didn't miss. Olivia Condon from the Nadesha club. This is Geraldine O'Ryan again. All fall down, and indeed Geraldine O'Ryan certainly seemed to pick up an injury in that entanglement. The referee is calling for attention from the sideline for both girls. Twin sister Martina comes in to check that Geraldine is okay. It was Marcella Heffernan that was colliding with her. And Marcella seems to be fine, but Geraldine still seems to have a problem. Indeed, Marcella has gone back down again. Native of Gary Moore and sister of Christina Heffernan, who's playing in midfield. So the Mayo substitutes warming up along the sideline as we watch this clash again between Marcella and Geraldine. Both chasing after the ball. And slowly but surely Marcella goes back into the action. So the sideline ball is going to be taken by fullback Helena Lohan. Well won by Martina O'Ryan. Under pressure, loses possession but is fouled, so it's another free for Waterford. Remember, Waterford playing against a fairly strong breeze in this first half. The O'Ryans, twins, combining. Anya Wall, battling hard. Trying to make room for herself. Still Anya. Difficult enough angle from there. Floats it across the face of the goal. Mayo defence under severe pressure, but they're holding out admirably. Back outside towards midfielder Martina O'Ryan. Denise Horn saw it all the way. And that's composed play by Mayo. Not a good final delivery towards Orla Casby. They do, however, get the sideline ball. Marie Staunton taking the sideline ball. Well cut out. Van Buren comes across and gives it once again to Marie Staunton. Final pass is not good. Possession given away. Julianne Torpey come back to take the sideline ball. For opposite number 7, Niamh Lally. Annalisa Crotty. 3 male girls around. Julianne Torpey lends a little bit of help from the half-back. Position is fouled. Another free for Waterford. Nobody really running off the ball for Julianne, so very few options except to deliver it long. Finds her captain, Claire Ryan. Maybe a chance of a breakaway here for Mayo. Christina Heffernan feeding it low towards Sinead Costello. And a huge support for Mayo. Get behind the girls from the west. Long ball inside towards the captain Diana Hora, who is kept inside Maureen Walsh. Gone inside again as a colleague. Here's Diana Hora trying to cut through. Shot off the post. So unlucky. They have it again. The referee's whistle has gone as Orla Casby puts it over the bar. But obviously a Waterford defender had been fouling Diana Hora, so it is a free just to the left of the post for Mayo. As we look at it again, Diana Hora put the head down quite literally and sent this bullet of a shot off the crossbar. But the referee's whistle had in fact blown. A chance for Mayo to open their account at Croke Park, and Christina Heffernan sends it over the bar. confirmation of Christina's point and indeed the scoreline, despite Waterford's dominance in most areas of the field. That might boost their confidence now in County Mayo. Sinead Costello pulled out of her hand, but won back again by Claire Egan. Combining nicely, Diana O'Hora. Trusty left boot. Crossover towards Sinead Costello. Sending it back over this side, but that's going very much to the right and wide. Michael Ryan, the Waterford manager from Ballymacarbery, along with Bridget Grant, who's co-selected. Well won by Niamh Barry. Good fielding by the fullback, Helena Lohan, a native of Shrew in County Mayo. Trina White has been dominant in the right corner back position since the game started. Dark clouds thankfully have passed away over Croke Park, and we have blue skies and lovely sunshine. Final pass from Mayo, just going astray. Crossfield ball over towards Marie Staunton. And Annalisa Crotty dominating that area. Good run by Annalisa. She did this in the semi-final against Monaghan. Kicking it forward, the goalkeeper has to take it. And sends it out the wing intelligently to our corner back, Imelda Malarkey. Nice play. And Imelda goes for the return. Bumping it low, up towards Sabrina Bailey. Knocked away again by Trina White. Student of physiotherapy in Bristol, and has been commuting from there back to Waterford for training. Again, not too many options from Mayo. Nobody really running off the ball, but some fouling by Waterford gives the Mayo girls a chance of an equaliser. Sabrina Bailey being fouled. Floated in, and it is just making it inside the post. Waterford and Mayo are level for the first time. Christina Heffernan getting her second point of the game, both of them from frees. Well picked up by Martina O'Ryan. Marion Troy. Up towards Geraldine O'Ryan, as Waterford, in terms of team arrangements, totally different at the moment as they ramble from one end of the field to the other. The freeways play on. Orla Casby. Again, it's a poor ball really, and that's going to go out over the sideline. Julianne Torpy, the Kill Club in County Waterford. Very attack-minded wing back indeed at every opportunity. Here's Claire Ryan on your wall, and to give it inside towards Geraldine O'Ryan. Needs a little bit of support. Sister Martina is available. Another ball for Denise to just watch go over the end line. That's Waterford's fourth wide of the game so far. Good work here by Martha O'Malley, native of Tourmakeedy. Line ball for Waterford, far side. President Mary McAleese with the president of the Ladies Football Board, Noel Murray. towards Orla Casby and Julianne Torpey. Well won by Casby. Again, she tries to feed it low. Oh, well won. Straight battle. And Noreen Walsh did very well. Free again for Julianne Torpey. Looking for it was Mary O'Donnell. Torpey goes for the return. Not a good ball, but it could still work out. But Mayo have taken the initiative. Casby available this side. Christina Heffernan sends it long. That's again going to go over the sideline. Now Sinead Costello in fact trying to find Diane O'Hora. It's a sideline ball for Waterford. Spinbar Egan, one of the Mayo mentors. Nobody really running off the ball, quite static. They do, however, find Marion Troy. The referee says, Yvonne, you were pulling the jersey, and in fact the referee is having a quiet word with Yvonne as Mary O'Donnell takes the free quickly. Marion Troy going up to lend assistance to the attack, and that ball gone harmlessly wide. And Waterford, who really have dominated the opening 20 minutes, Mayo have settled since around the 15th minute when Christina Heffernan scored a point from a free. And amazingly, despite that dominance, teams level. Mayo's heart and spirit quite evident. Some pushing there, so it's a free to Mayo. Taken by Claire Egan. But given away. Poor ball. Geraldine O'Ryan. Annalisa Clark calling for it on the wing with Julianne Torpey. Loves to go forward, as I mentioned earlier. The chance here of a score. Very well taken off the top of the crossbar and over the bar. 3 points for Waterford. The last one scored by Julianne Torpey, coming from a deep defensive role. And when she does go forward, her accuracy is very good, off the top of the crossbar. Orla Casby. Nicely cut up by Julianne Torpey. A little bit of pushing there by Marie Staunton. So a free to Waterford. Claire Ryan. Anya Wall will be the target. Switches it over towards Niamh Barry. Still Niamh with it. Eventually she's fouled. And this is an easy enough opportunity, I would imagine, for Waterford. Claire Ryan decides to use Geraldine O'Ryan in a quick fray, and that's sailing over the bar for Geraldine's second point of the game. It's a 2-point advantage that Waterford deserve based on their first half performance. A full credit as well to Mayo for defensively playing very well so far. Martha O'Malley, remember she's the corner forward, out around midfield in an effort to break the stranglehold that Waterford are enjoying at the moment. Sabrina Bailey combining with Christina Heffernan. Trina White trying to keep her away from goal. Good ball. Here's a chance. Orla Casby. Will she go for the goal? Sends it wide, but the referee's whistle had blown. For as Orla was taking that shot, she was fouled. So an opportunity here for Mayo to reduce Waterford's lead. Good long ball inside. Well combined Diana O'Hora with Orla Casby. You can see the foul as she was taking her shot. So the referee's decision was perfectly correct. Diane O'Hora, the captain of Mayo, with this chance, goes straight over the bar. 1 point between the teams. Army cadet based in Athlone primarily, but in Cavan at the moment, but native of Ballina, but because of being based in Athlone, plays club football with Conagale and Roscommon. There's going to be another free. Clifford O'Driscoll, the match referee, saying that Waterford mentors are to keep off the field as he checks with the Waterford defender. Christina Heffernan looking for instructions from the sideline. Sends it in long. Oh, beautiful caught. And correctly given a free. Siobhan O'Ryan. Mary O'Donnell. Strength, a vital factor at centre half forward. Back it comes towards Geraldine O'Ryan. Mary O'Donnell is available if necessary. Poor ball inside. Easily cut out. Yvonne Byrne going to take it into the space, but again Waterford's strength in that area proving very difficult for Mayo to break down. Mary O'Donnell. It's a good ball inside towards Geraldine O'Ryan. Good defending again by Mayo. Looking for support. Back to her sister Martina. And that is going to the left and right. And the story in the saga continues. Waterford continue to dominate midfield and in their own half-back line. Numerous opportunities going to their forwards, and still only able to register 4 points. Good play here by Christina Heffernan, one of the best players in ladies football at the moment. Orla Casby then trying to open up this wing, and Diana O'Hora. Maria Staunton going through, and the space is in front of her. Great defending, good block down. Martina O'Ryan again trying to use the wind to their advantage. It's a good ball inside towards Geraldine O'Ryan, putting it into the middle. Mary O'Donnell, good defending again by Mayo, and in particular Helena Lohan. Martha O'Malley for Sabrina Bailey, beating her marker for the very first time, and the crowd of 15,101 virtually stands at our feet at a Mayo move that could result in an equaliser, and that is just gone inches wide. No doubt about it where the support lies in Croke Park today, because when Mayo do show a bit of creativity up front and begin to open up this Waterford defence, the crowd do get behind the girls from the west. Martha O'Malley. Orla Casby available. Here's a chance for Mayo for an equaliser, going for the goal, and good goalkeeping by Sarah Hickey, got well down behind it, out towards Olivia Condon. Certainly Mayo not afraid to have a go, even from a good distance out. Helena Lohan wanted to take it quickly. And this was the chance for Mayo again, coming through. Sarah Hickey had to be very alert as this ball came in. Got well down right at the post. Mayo enjoying a purple patch at the moment. Sinead Costello needs a little bit of support. Going through, still Sinead. Good defending by Waterford, and that, believe it or not, is the full forward, Claire Ryan, the captain, defending. As we look down at the other end, there's only one Waterford player inside the Mayo 45. That's Anya Wall. To a certain extent, despite Waterford's dominance, it says a lot and reflects well on Mayo as they go forward. Sabrina Bailey letting it run on. Martha O'Malley chasing after it. With her is Olivia Condon. Diana O'Hora has the cheek to go through two Waterford defenders. That's going to be a free on the 13-metre line. And surely an opportunity here for Mayo to equalise yet again. Just a tap over perhaps for Christina Heffernan. 3 points for the midfielder. She plays her cup football with Hollymount, with a native of Garrymore. But certainly the challengers must be boosted by this, because at times they've been outplayed, particularly in that sector of the field that we mentioned earlier on the half-back line of midfield. But they've battled and defended so admirably and find themselves level as that half-time gets nearer and nearer. Free out as Mayo girls were challenging illegally. Into injury time now. There's the clock here at the field 16 end. 22 seconds left in this first half. The Mayo perhaps snatch a lead before that full-time whistle. Diana O'Hora in long for Sabrina Bailey. She's able to score goals. Can she take a point? She can. Mayo amazingly are 1 point to the notch. And there goes the hooter in Croke Park to signal the half-time. But what a wonderful psychological boost by a girl who scored a goal and 4 points in the semi-final against Meath. Today she scores her first point in the All-Ireland final to give Mayo a 1 point advantage at half-time. Mayo 5 points. The All-Ireland champions Waterford 4.
Ryan, your team is a point behind, and I think you shot something like 6 wides, and this young Mayo team are playing really well.
Playing really well. Certainly we didn't play as well as we would have liked to have hoped. It remains to be seen if they can keep it up the second half, but certainly there's a need for a drastic improvement in Waterford. For some reason we haven't been playing. We missed 2 goal chances early on. Maybe our confidence is a bit low, but we certainly need to improve drastically if they're to win this game. We're going to be playing against a very strong wind in the second half. We haven't played up to scratch. We'll try and make a few changes and see if we can resurrect it. But we've come back from this situation in the past. Hopefully we can do it again.
Thank you, Michael. Best luck.
Yeah, that is one thing that Mayo will certainly have to watch out for. We've seen, as Michael Ryan said, Waterford in this situation before, and they come out blazing with all guns in the second half. Nonetheless,
We've Jonathan, who's now about to talk to Jim Carney.
Yes, Jonathan Mullen, Mayo trainer. It's nicely set up for you, Jonathan.
Yeah, we're very happy the first half. The girls worked very hard, and if we keep that hard work going the second half, you know, we'll be in the shout of the end.
Just to confirm to us quickly that Cora Staunton had a broken collarbone, was it?
Yes, Cora broke her collarbone unfortunately last Sunday and was just able to take part in 30 seconds. But still, the girls are going to do it for Cora in this half. I fully believe that.
Well, let's see if that actually happens as Mayo go into the attack right from the throw-in. Down towards Diana O'Hora, and marking her is Marion Troy, number 5 from the Nadesha club. And that's going to be a sideline ball. Quite a strong breeze at pitch level. In fact, it has increased in velocity over the half-time, and it gives Mayo quite a substantial edge in this second half. Ball dropping in. Sabrina Bailey knocked away from her. Down towards Mary O'Donnell. Yvonne Byrne chasing and harassing as always. And then puts her head down and runs away just in case the match referee wants to talk to her. Wise woman. Mary O'Donnell. Again facing Yvonne. Getting a hand to it there was Nuala O'Shea. Marcella Heffernan gone across. Celebrating her 21st birthday tonight. It was actually Friday, but the party is postponed until tonight, and hopefully an All-Ireland medal. Diana O'Hora. Remember, Mayo leading by a point. Cutting through. The left boot is the most dangerous. The Mayo captain gets her second point of the game. And Mayo are playing consistently well, despite a superiority of Waterford in that midfield area. Good ball out towards Diana, and she literally took off. Waterford defenders were there in plentiful supply, but none of them could reach her in time to prevent her scoring. And Mayo have the free. this free to put Mayo 3 points in front. Very strong wind over the half-time seemed to have developed, aiding Diana with this kick. It's dropping in. Waterford defenders under pressure. Here's a chance for Sabrina. Turning. It's Orla Casby, in fact. Here's a chance for Martha O'Malley. Inside the rectangle, referee has blown his whistle, and that's going to be a free for Mayo. Martha O'Malley did so well here. Student at University of Limerick, where of course sports facilities are of a very high standard, and aiding and abetting training as Mayo stretch their leads thanks to Christina Heffernan to 3 points, and the midfielder has scored 4 out of that tally of 7. And Martha O'Malley seems to have picked up an injury in her pursuit of possession that time. Mayo with Claire Egan. Haslett beginning to develop a strong pairing at midfield and getting perhaps the better, but it's early days. Good run here by Sinead Costello. Again she's fouled, but the ball was attempted to be pulled out of her hand, and it's a free for Mayo. It's Mayo that have settled well at the beginning of this second half. Another point for Diane O'Hara. A hat-trick of points. And amazingly, the All-Ireland champions, Waterford, are finding life difficult in Croke Park. This was supposed to be an easy one for the girls from Munster. Mayo's spirit and determination clearly evident to all. And now they're beginning to enjoy their experience. Maria Staunton, well guarded by Claire Ryan, playing defensively as an extra midfielder, as the Mayo dominance around midfield, thanks to Claire Egan and Christina Heffernan, who've now settled. Sinead Costello from Hollymount out in the wing. In towards the middle, first to the ball, Diane O'Hara, endless problems, sweet ball inside, there's a chance, Sabrina Bailey is to the left, but it's over the bar for Mayo. Maybe the traumatic experiences that this county has suffered so many times is about to end, as Imelda Malarkey, the left cornerback, gets involved in the scoring spree and puts Mayo 5 points to the good. A sweet ball from her captain. There was a chance perhaps of a goal, but Imelda will be happy with the point. A real test of character for the All-Ireland champions. And here's Nuala O'Shea. Sinead Costello, as Waterford seem to be going through a period of slow motion play at the moment, waiting for the ball, not characteristic of their normal style. Mayo are the team that are playing like champions. Diana O'Hara looking for support. Ball was a bit optimistic, easily cut out. Olivia Condon broken away. Mayo chasing everything. Maria Staunton was being fouled, so in fact the referee has blown his whistle and he's giving a free. It would appear by his hand signals to Mayo. And Martina O'Ryan, I think, is questioning the referee's decision on this one. I think it could be Claire Egan that could be gone down injured, as Anne McGreal, the team physio, comes in with John Mullen, team manager. Great concern indeed about the Mayo girl, and she is vital to their overall planning and strategy. And this that has brought them here to Croke Park. A multi-talented squad, the girls in the West, as indeed are the All-Ireland champions, led now at the moment by Geraldine O'Ryan. In towards Mary O'Donnell, always greeted by Yvonne Byrne, harassing and chasing, and once more conceding a free. A chance for Waterford to register their first score of the second half. Claire Ryan to take it. Tapped over the bar by Claire. Her second point of the game. It's now 9 points to 5. Oh, beautiful. Just slipped out of her grasp. Claire Egan comes instead to Marion Troy. Again, physical contact not allowed, so it's a free for Waterford. You can still see Claire Egan is suffering from that shoulder injury she picked up a few moments ago. And certainly her departure would be a major blow if that was necessary. Good running by Geraldine O'Ryan, turning and sending it over the bar. Good point. 3 points for Geraldine as Mayo finds that the All-Ireland champions are not in the mood to give up their title that easily. Again, pushing by Mayo gives Waterford the advantage. Let's go down to the sideline from some more news from Jim Carney.
Just to make the point from pitch side, while there's a break in play, that the wind has turned right around here in Croke Park. Now Waterford, I understand, elected to play in the direction that they did in the first half, so that they'd have the wind in the second half, but it does seem now as if the wind is with Mayo in this second half. It has turned right around. Now it often does that, of course, here in Croke Park, particularly at this time of the year, but right now Waterford are playing into a wind.
Very valid point, Jim, and indeed finding life difficult against that breeze are the All-Ireland champions. Free quickly taken. Anya Ward. That familiar style. Hitting it well, and hitting it across the face of the goal. Mary O'Donnell once again winning possession, but not getting away from Yvonne Byrne. That's a good ball inside, and great defending by Claire Egan. Heart-stopping moment for Mayo. It's a good ball down towards Ola Casby. Coming out is Martha O'Malley, fully recovered, good style. Out to the wing towards Sabrina. Getting inside the cover of her immediate marker, Noreen Walsh. Sabrina turning. She needs help. Lovely skill. Now, can she finish? It's not going to curl enough. But good play by Mayo. Fast, effective. Route one towards goal. Down at the other end, certainly, down at this end rather, I should say, Sabrina Bailey did very well to get inside the cover of Noreen Walsh before finally kicking the ball left and wide. Free by Christina Heffernan. The loose ball is there. It's a Waterford defender that has it. Marion Troy. Great balls nicely for Geraldine O'Ryan. Marcella Heffernan is back there defending. Still Geraldine. Getting it inside towards Olivia Condon. Oh, great running by Niamh Barry. Chance of a goal. She sends it over the bar. It's the style of Waterford that one cannot but be impressed. But when the challenge is at the greatest, as it has been in this second half, the All-Ireland champions can produce a creative movement such as this. Wonderful flowing style, overlapping play, came to Niamh Barry, could have been a goal. She'll be glad to take the point. Let's go back down to the sideline for some more news from Jim Carney.
Waterford may be clawing back the deficit, but they wish to improve their forward line, and so Paula Walsh from Ballymacarbery is ready to come on, and we believe when she does, it'll be for Niamh Barry.
Referee is having a word with Marcella Heffernan and Geraldine O'Ryan, and just saying cool the exchanges down. Ryan continue with this All-Ireland Championship winning side here today. 3 to Mayo. Christina Heffernan. Oh, well won by the Mayo one. Well played. Here's a chance for Mayo now. Christina Heffernan. Jersey was pulled, but the referee allowed the advantage. Didn't come to anything. And that's going to be a free out to Waterford. Mary O'Donnell. This time it's Claire Egan that's coming in to challenge. That's a great ball inside towards Anya Wall. But the ball had too much pace. Sideline kick to Mayo. Just over 17 and a half minutes left in this All-Ireland final. Mayo again to their industry. Pick up the loose ball. Nicely intercepted by Annalisa Crotty. Wanting it short, Niamh Barry. Confident after scoring that point is fouled, and it's another free. And once more, it's the captain, Claire Ryan, that's going to take it. Father, of course, PJ Ryan, chairman of the Waterford County Board. Dropping this in, and inside the small rectangle. So Waterford player and match referee Finbar O'Driscoll showing exactly why the free was given. And again, the referee just signalling to the clock and to the official up there to stop that until the Mayo player can get some attention. That's the story. And she seems to be okay. She takes her place again, marking Geraldine O'Ryan. Mayo have the break. Niamh Lally and Ballintover. Flicking it inside into the open space. Head-on collision there. 2 players down, and that's going to be a free for Mayo. And once again, the clock will be stopped as the match referee points to the official. And this was totally accidental as Claire Egan and Olivia Condon collided. Certainly the performance of Claire Egan and Christina Heffernan has to be complimented, because in the opening 20 minutes they were totally outplayed by Martina O'Ryan and Annalisa Crotty. But slowly they got their confidence, they began to get a little... There's the incident again as Claire and Olivia collided. Attention has now been given and the 2 girls will resume. And Finbar O'Driscoll, the referee, is actually having a word with Olivia for that challenge on the Mayo number 8. This is Christina Heffernan. Another free for Mayo. And wisely, Diane O'Hora cools matters down. And perhaps we'll try a quick one. Christina Heffernan. Good defending by Waterford and by Martina O'Ryan in particular. In fact, it was Marion Troy that has to be given the credit. Good work here by Helena Lohan. And the referee is going to have a word with the Waterford player. And the 2 O'Ryan twins being spoken to, particularly Geraldine, for that last challenge. And insistent, once more obviously, She'll be going for an early shower. Let's see this again, as the challenge came in with Helena Lohan, and she just dragged her down there, and persistent fouling. Mayo on the attack, and charging this time is the verdict of the match referee, and O'Hora disagrees, so it's matters little, for it's a free out for Waterford. Oh, beautifully caught by Yvonne Byrne, who's been playing a very defensive role on Mary O'Donnell. It's the first time really she's won the ball cleanly. What a spectacular catch. Puts Mayo on the attack. Trina White defending. Needs support. And the referee deems that Mayo were fouling, much to the disgust of the Mayo supporters. And pushing there, fairly evident. Claire Egan concedes possession and the free. Martina O'Ryan. Well cut. Niamh Lally. Well blocked down. This time she finds Christina Heffernan. Severely challenged. Marie Staunton puts it into the space. Going back there to gather it is Siobhan O'Ryan. Plenty of male girls there, as they continue to pick up any loose ball around midfield. Referee has blown his whistle for a foul off the ball, I think by Noreen Walsh, for fouling Sabrina Bailey. So it's a free for Mayo, just inside the Waterford 45. Good ball in, but nobody can connect. And Mayo 6 wides in this All-Ireland final. They still lead by 2 points. On the official clock here in Croke Park, now less than 13 minutes left in this All-Ireland final. Of course, if it disagrees with our own clock, you realise that in this ladies' football final, they stopped the clock. Here's a chance for Mayo. Good interception. Good defending by Waterford. And Olivia Condon wins her free. Waterford have now won 33s in this game. Quite a high statistic, even for ladies football. Mary O'Donnell and Niamh Barry combine and win the ball. Mary O'Donnell. Mayo players not back sufficient distance, so from where the ball landed, another free for Waterford. Mary O'Donnell. There's Mayo, we're slightly ball watching here. Niamh Barry cutting inside, given the space to take a shot and put it over the bar. That's 2 points. Perhaps she was aware that she was about to be taken off, because she has responded magnificently with 2 good points. Waterford are now just 1 point behind. Quickly taken free. You can see here where Mayo defenders went all one direction suddenly, out of shot, and gave a free chance for Niamh Barry. While we go back live, that ball is sent to the wrong side of the post. Still 1 point between the teams. Michael Ryan must be pleased with the second half performance against a very stiff breeze in a match that certainly has shown their experience fully. Can they get an equaliser? Couldn't they win it? Mayo going for their first, not in any way daunted by the challenge. Good ball inside towards Christina Heffernan. Started this second half brilliantly. Here's a chance for Mayo. A chance here for Sinead Costello. Available is Diana O'Hora, who sent it over the bar. Just when a score was necessary, it falls to the captain to show the way. And Mayo are back with a 2-point advantage. Good movement by Mayo here. Sinead Costello needed assistance to Diane was calling for it, got it, and delivered a most valuable point. Orla Casby at the far side. Can't keep it in. Sideline ball, Waterford. Remember, these teams, when they met in the league semi-final, ended level. And when it went to extra time, it was only then that Waterford pulled away and qualified for the final. Sending it low towards Claire Ryan. Olivia Condon. Marion Troy. Good movement by Waterford. Foul, however, by Claire Egan. Free, lobbed in high. Well gathered again by Yvonne Byrne. Two great catches in this second half. Half blocked. Mary O'Donnell. Under pressure from Claire Egan. Needs the assistance of Anya Wall. With her is Nuala O'Shea. Still Anya. Trying to get inside the cover. Giving it back outside. Referees allows the advantage. The interception not quite reached. Putting her head down, Leah Barry. And now she's deemed to have overcarried, charged with the ball. It's a free out for Mayo. On the official clock here in Croke Park, 8 minutes and 50 seconds left between Mayo and their very first All-Ireland title. What a boost that would be for the county, not just for ladies football, but indeed for the men and their new manager, Pat Holmes. Showing spirit and determination. Christina Heffernan. Good ball. Misjudged by all. A race for Orla Casby and Siobhan O'Ryan. Centre back tries to pick it up. Referee has blown his whistle and given a free to the centre back for pushing by the Mayo forward. Yvonne Byrne again fouling. It's a free for Waterford. It's a poor ball, but it doesn't matter because the referee was having a word with Yvonne Byrne, so the free has to be taken again. Waterford are about to introduce a substitute that our sideline reporter mentioned earlier. That's Paula Walsh, and Finbar Driscoll is about to get that official notification. And it's one of the Orion twins that seems to have been taken off. As we continue on with Mayo attack, that's going to be a line ball. It's Martina Orion that's gone off for Waterford. So, confirmation of a change in plan. Paula Walsh on, Martina O'Ryan taken off. And that indeed is a compliment to Claire Egan and Christina Heffernan, the Mayo midfielders, because certainly in the first opening 15 minutes, Waterford were dominant in that area. Mayo are also introducing a substitute. Shelley Gibbons. Run off is Mark O'Malley. Sideline ball, this time for Mayo. Mark has certainly played her heart out. And that sideline ball has to be taken again. Shelley Gibbons from Tuamakiti. Suffered a knee injury, and only for that would possibly be an automatic choice. Christina Heffernan opening up the play, getting Sinead Costello to chase after it. Bank official based in Galway gets there first. Diana Hora trying to get it back perhaps to the overrunning Sinead Costello. Good run by the captain, cutting inside, takes the shot and sends it over the bar. 5 points for Diana Hora. And every time she gets the ball, the Ballina girl seems to have the beating of the Waterford defence. What was once a 1-point advantage is now 3 points, thanks to great work by the corner forward. Is it possible that Mayo, on their first All-Ireland final senior appearance, could not alone win the All-Ireland title, but dethrone the All-Ireland champions in the process. According to the official clock here in Croke Park, we now have 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Orla Casby getting a finger wagging from the match referee. 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Tension mounts in Croke Park. Wonderful catch by Helena Lohan. Free to Mayo. Done so well at fullback. Down towards Shelley Gibbons. Aimed at Sabrina. Beaten by Noreen Walsh. Annalisa Crotty to Paula Walsh. Under pressure, concedes a sideline ball. Michael Ryan, a worried Ballymacarbery man. Has to be at this stage. But knowing Michael's confidence in his team, he still feels there's at least a goal in them to equalise. Knocked down brilliantly by Sabrina Bailey, fed by Shelley Gibbons. Brilliantly cut indeed by Marcella Heffernan, cutting inside from Claire Ryan. She has Diana Horra in support, slices off her boot and sends it wide. Comes down towards Paula Walsh and Olivia Condon. Pumping it forward towards Geraldine O'Ryan. Here's Paula Walsh. Yvonne Byrne with her. Still 3 points. They need to engineer a goal here. Eve Barry trying to cut inside. Referee has blown his whistle for some jersey pulling by Waterford's Deirdre Nagle, and that's going to be a free out. Misses the jersey pulling again. You can see there by the Waterford girl, and that's going to be a free out. Waterford have possession. Just over 3 minutes left. Cutting through Marion Troy, she wins her free. In the past, we've seen so many pulsating, exhilarating finishes. Are we in for another one? This is Geraldine O'Ryan. Needs the support outside of Olivia Condon. They know they need a goal. They're trying to work it in, deflected away. And Mayo have possession. Claire Egan, knocked away from her by Claire Ryan, almost. Available if she wants her is Shelley Gibbons. Down towards Sabrina Bailey. Nicely picked up. Noreen Walsh with her. All they've got to do now is try and hold possession. Diana O'Hara breaking Waterford hearts here this afternoon. Back to Orla Casby. Giving it on towards Christina Heffernan. Nice movement, lobbing it in. But the goalkeeper, Sarah Hickey, is there. Down towards Annalisa Crotty. Too strong. Finds Shelley Gibbons. To right half back, Marcella Heffernan. Pumping it forward. Unmarked in front of goal is Sinead Costello, and that swings over the bar. Scored a goal against Meath in the semi-final. The Hollymounts club girl scores what surely must be a most valuable point to give Mayo a 4-point advantage, and they're coming looking for more. In towards Noreen Walsh and Sabrina Bailey. This is a turn-up for the books. The hottest of favourites, Waterford, bidding for their 6th title in 8 years, being dethroned and knocked off their pedestal by a team playing for the very first time in Croke Park in a senior final. This is history on a day when, indeed for all of us, we will see the Hogan stand as we knew it for the very last time. That ball pumped in, but very much to the right and wide. Waterford hold their heads in disgust and disappointment and heartbreak. 1 minute and 6 seconds left on the stop clock here in Croke Park. Mayo on the verge of history. This will surely be signalled by bonfires in the west. For Mayo finally, surely, have won a match, have won a title, have won an All-Ireland in Croke Park. A free for Mayo. Dead straight in the middle of the field. Holding possession is now crucial, as John Mullen, Finbar Egan and Jonathan Mullen have guided this young team. Remember, a team with just 10 teenagers on board to win the All-Ireland title. photographers taking pictures now as we speak of the substitutes. As Mayo, the 15 players on the pitch, go forward. Christina Heffernan lobbing this in high, and Sarah Hickey will be happy to see it go out over the end line. 9 seconds. 8. History about to be made. There's tears of joy. They're counting it in Croke Park. 4. The stopwatch has been blown for the referee. They're trying to come onto the pitch, but the referee has blown his whistle, not the full-time whistle. This is really drama in Croke Park. Stewards from Croke Park keeping the substitutes off the pitch, off camera, but the focus is on Finbar O'Driscoll, the match referee. 4 seconds left on the clock. There's confirmation. Mayo, 4 points to the good. Even one photographer thinks that the match is all over. He's in the middle. Now he's been told get off the pitch. There's an injury for the Waterford player, and she is coming off as the Waterford reign as All-Ireland champions comes to an end. There can be no excuses, for this was an example of team spirit. Workmanlike, workwomanlike performance like you've never seen before. The kick out is taken. The floor is blown. It's over for Waterford. It has just begun for Mayo. They are incredibly the All-Ireland champions for the very first time in the county's history. What a moment. What history. The 13th county to participate in an All-Ireland senior final. Mayo came with a history of defeat, particularly with the men, but the men have to bow to the superiority of the women of Mayo, for today is their day. Mayo are the All-Ireland senior ladies football champions in the last year of the 20th century. Confirmation of the story: Mayo 12 points, Waterford 8.
Cora Staunton, the Mayo dream has come true.
Oh, and ass has come true, and what a way has come true. It's just brilliant, and it's all down to the 30 girls on the panel and our 3 managers, John Mullen, Jonathan Mullen and Finbar Egan. It's just great.
Cora, there are thousands of Mayo people watching this at home. What's your message to them?
Oh, well, just thanks firstly all for all the sports they can, and thanks just for supporting us all the way. The men couldn't do it, we knew we could do it, so thanks a million.
Cora, you're delighted with the team, but your heart is just broken a little bit, isn't it?
A little bit, but like, my dream was always playing Croke Park, and I told the girls for the game my dream was playing Croke Park, and if I couldn't do that, she had to go out and fulfil my dream by winning an All-Ireland medal, and that's what they've done for me, so thanks a million, girls.
And congratulations to you too, Cora, well done.
Thanks.
Indeed, joy here. Uncontrollable joy, as they've come from Ballyhonus, from Ballina, Killala, Crossmalina, who of course defeated the Mayo champions last night in the county football final. But today, Sunday, the deservedly belongs to Mayo. The whole county will surely rejoice as the Mayo girls return home, bonfires blazing, for this is an All-Ireland title richly deserved. Pat Guthrie, Croke Park official, guiding Diane O'Hora up to receive the trophy. The Brendan Martin Cup, as Mayo put their names on that trophy for the very first time. Diane O'Hora being greeted by the General Secretary Helen O'Rourke, and now the President of Ireland, Mary McAleese, with her husband Martin there, congratulating Diane O'Hora on a wonderful, wonderful display. Joining in as well is the Taoiseach Bertie Ahern and Noel Murray, the President of the Ladies Football Association. I'm sure on a personal level very disappointed that Waterford have lost, but proud, surely, that ladies football has once again produced an exhilarating game, and Mayo are the new All-Ireland champions.
Carol McDade, Húslar Hallibank, Nahiran, at Cardagalir, Connor Storm, Paulsa Gokkan Yagadi, Sinagadi, Croke Park and Youth, Paulsa Vorst, Kashil Joan, the Fern Rio, August Fort Lariga, Big Seha, Cabra, August Fort Joe, the Gwing and You, Pagodius, Dylan, Rio, August Fort Lariga. Well done to both teams and a fantastic game of football out here today. It has certainly been the year, some would say, of the underdog, and I would like to commiserate with Waterford. They put up a brave display, but it's a first for Mayo, a first senior title for going back to the West. So well done to Diana Hora and her team. Thanks to the referee and everybody who helped out today. Our thanks to Croke Park, and I'm delighted that we got a stay of execution on the Hogan stand. That this Mayo team will be the last to climb these famous steps. So thanks to Croke Park and to everybody concerned at today's game. Dormir Mahagad, and Ed Walliman, Curran, Bradley Martin, Abron Agadi, Diana Hora, Captain, Kunde Mayo.
Let the celebration begin. Mayo are the All-Ireland Ladies Champions. No question about the better team. No question about the spirit, the teamwork, and indeed the confidence of these young Mayo ladies.
Okay, a lot of you now are just going to have to be quiet for once, all right? I don't know if you can do it. Finbar, I really don't know if they can be quiet for 2 minutes. We'll try our best. Okay. Uachtaran, Colin Pallamon, Uachtaran, Colin Lucas Scale, Uachtaran Heron and Taoiseach. Wisher Mayo, Wisher Port Larga, August the Courage Galair. Tá North Arm, and Kerry Shag Lahu. They're firm Mayo. Okay, it gives me, as captain of a fantastic team. There's a big panel here, and that's what it was today, and that's what we want to show everyone. It's a panel effort in the Mayo panel. That's what we do. We stood for the national anthem. We stood together as a panel, and that's what got us here. Okay, what I'd like to do first of all is thank the Bank of Ireland for the sponsorship. Without the Bank of Ireland, we wouldn't have a ladies' championship. Okay, we wouldn't have all of this. So I'd like to thank the Bank of Ireland first of all. Okay, next thing what I'd like to thank our managers, the three amigos, or three musketeers, I don't know what you call them. I'd like to thank our manager John Mullen. No doubt he's somewhere down there smiling. I can't see him, but I guarantee he's a big smile on his face. I'd like to thank our coach, Jonathan Mullen, for himself and John make a great pair. Lastly, I'd like to thank Finbar Egan. Who? I'd like to thank Finbar Egan. They're shouting mad dog at me for some reason, Finbar. It's only a rumour that you've been dogmatic for the last 12 months. Okay, I'd like to thank the three of them. I'd like to thank our own sponsors, Advanced Roofing, okay? Everybody knows what it's like when you go somewhere like this, you need sponsorship. Without Advanced Roofing and Pat Price, the support to give us, it would be very unlikely that we'd be as far as we are. I'd like to thank our county board for everything they've done, the whole committee there. Okay, so I'd like to thank them as well. They've done a large amount of work. That's what it takes to get us here, and they've done it all. I'd like to thank as well the referee. And
yes, well, Diana Hora in full flight there in the Hogan stand. We have to say that after Mayo's defeats in the All-Ireland finals in the mid-90s, well, we didn't think we'd see a Mayo captain climb the steps of the Hogan stand before the end of the century. However, Diana Hora has achieved that great distinction this afternoon, and every congratulations to the Mayo team. For winners, there have to be losers. Waterford, the losers today, they've had good days at Croke Park over the years. Michael Ryan has helped to take them there. He's talking now to Jim Carney.
Well, Michael Ryan, just the cup is being presented in the background. For all the great days you've known, you appear to be shattered by this defeat.
Well, yeah, it's a bad defeat for us, but having said that, first of all, heartiest congratulations to Mayo. I think they deserved it on the day. They were lively, they were sharp. We needed to win this game in the first 15 minutes. We had 2 goal chances, we didn't take them. But overall, Mayo were a better team. They had the legs on us. They played some great football. And it was a mighty day for Mayo. They've known a lot of sad days in the past with the men folk, but the women have made up for it now. And from everybody in Waterford, the ladies football, our heartiest congratulations go to them.
Yeah, I know that you're thinking a lot about Rebecca, who didn't play today.
Yeah, we were short Rebecca and Katrina Casey. They were a big loss. But in fairness to Mayo, they were short Cora Staunton as well. I mean, regardless of that, we both had 15 players out there. We simply didn't fire on the day. You know, there comes a time when maybe some things catch up with you. We just didn't have that spark today. It just didn't happen for us. It wasn't any fault of the players. They fought hard. But as I said, at the end of the day, good luck to Mayo.
Well, commiserations to you, Michael, and gracious in defeat. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Gracious in defeat indeed. So the Mayo players accept the Brendan Martin trophy. They will be happy tonight. What a great day it's been for them. And we've enjoyed that here in the panel this afternoon. Kevin McStay, congratulations to Mayo.
I was just thinking, Michael, typical Croke Park, we get used to getting a cup on Croke Park on the Hogan stand and decide to knock it down. But it's great to end the century and the millennium with the green and red up in the Old Court, accepting a senior All-Ireland. And it's a marvellous boost for everybody now down in Mayo. Hopefully the women have turned the corner for us all, and we'll head into the new millennium with the chin up.
You were saying that coming up on the train earlier on, you felt that 5 minutes after the final was over, if Mayo were in the lead, you'd have to wait and see was it really true.
Well, it's 5 minutes are up, Michael, and we're definitely the winners. Yeah, marvellous day for them.
Maeve Quinn, Leitrim footballer, I'm sure that you enjoyed that as well. And this is an important boost for ladies football. Everybody thought today was going to be a one-sided affair. Waterford, such great champions over the year or so. I mean, this competition grows and grows.
Yes, we said they couldn't be done, and Mayo have gone out and done it. And for Connacht football and everything in general, it's a terrific boost. Mayo come out of their own in senior in Connacht, and this is a boost, proving that you can come out, you can win. Connacht football is as good, and it hasn't been there, and now it is. They've won the final, and of course delighted that they have done so.
Kevin, they've done a fantastic job this year. They've done a fantastic job from their semi-final through to this final to get themselves ready for a challenge like this.
I mean, they really come from nowhere, Michael, when you consider that they have no opposition in the province. They come out cold, and they're in trouble against me. They stuck in and got a great victory there. Nobody gave them a chance today. Even all down in Mayo, we were finding it very hard to side with them, hoping that you know, they'd get Waterford on a bad day. They didn't get Waterford on a bad day. No. It was good marking by the Mayo defence. Strong play right throughout. They're stars in every line. They're genuinely had. And the best team won the All-Ireland today. There's no doubt about that.
Kevin McStay, Maeve Quinn, thank you very much for joining me on the panel. Yes, it is all true. Mayo are the All-Ireland Ladies Football Champions for 1999. Now, just let me leave you with a reminder that we'll be reviewing this game again later on tonight in the Sunday game. That's at 10 o'clock on Network 2. We'll also be looking forward to the International Rules Series, which of course starts next week down in Australia. And we'll be naming our player of the match from this year's Ladies Football Final. I hope you can join me for that. From Croke Park, Mayo are simply the best.
John Mullen, what about this so-called hoodoo on Mayo football teams in All-Ireland finals in Croke Park?
The girls haven't heard of it, Jim. The girls haven't heard of it. So, you know, it's fantastic. You know, obviously we've planned to head home tomorrow with the cup, and hard to comprehend at this stage, you know, but I'm absolutely delighted.
It makes up for all, I would say, the defeats that Mayo teams have had here in Croke Park in recent years, and it's absolutely brilliant for the county. It's a very young team there. It's absolutely brilliant for a lot of us, and it gives the county a huge lift, I think.
Couldn't ask for a better day. No, I couldn't. I'm totally speechless. It's the best day of my life so far. There's been a few high points in my life now, but this has to top it, and it's impossible for it to sink in now. It really is. The support over there, just went over with the cup there, but you know, a few minutes ago, and the crowd were unbelievable. The support, you know, I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, sit down, just go away for 2 minutes, think about it. It's just unbelievable. Like, I can't believe that it's taken so long for us to get this far. I can't believe we've won. It's absolutely undescribable. We've played, we've won, and we're champions. And we played in Croke Park, and we were told before the game, you know, play the game, win the match, play on the pitch with the post, you know, and get the scores, and then think about being on Croke Park and think about the fans and that. I mean, everybody said about the noise, how it'll affect your game, but I think obviously it's going very well for us, so we're absolutely over the moon.
You got to understand that 5 of them defenders a lot of them are 16-year-olds. I think there's 3 or 4 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and they experienced Marcella Heffernan to marshal them there, and they were the cornerstone of our victory, really, especially in the first half. In the early stages, when our backs were to the wall, they dug deep and they kept us in the game. All year we've been a second half team, and we did at half time. We said to the girls, we're a second half team. We always give the other team 10 points of a start. I said, today we're actually going in a point ahead in an All-Ireland final. This is something new, and we usually win the second half.
Everybody had to work. You had to dig deep, and it was all about gut and heart and fighting for everything. Even if the ball wasn't there, just keeping her running, because you know, it was just part of our game plan that worked, you know.
I'm corporal in the army, and you're being taught all these leadership qualities and all that, and I believe that's why John Mullen asked me to be captain this year. It's fantastic. The support, I'll come back to again. I know you're asking me a totally different question when I come back to support, but you
yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, you know, 1 or 2 points went over today that, you know, maybe they mightn't go over another day, but at vital times you need to get the scores and you need to wipe out. Someone's shouting at you, it's going wide, you need to forget about it. You need to tell yourself it's going over.
And a bit special too, Diane, surely, that you beat a truly great team.
A truly great team, Jim. I feel sorry for Katrina Casey, she wasn't able to play, and Rebecca Hanlon today. But at the same time, Waterford have as strong a panel as we have. They have a very, very, very strong panel. We have a very strong panel. There's, you know, like as Denise Horan said in her interview there after we won the semi-final a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, she said that we're going to go up to Croke Park and we're going to show them all that it's not all about Waterford and Monaghan. You know, to a point, it is all about Waterford and Monaghan, but today it's Mayo's day, and we're coming back now, and we have a very young team, as you know, so we'll come back next year, and we'll be back the year after that, and so on and so forth, until we're up in our 45s, I think, thereabouts.
Everybody involved in Waterford Ladies football, sincere congratulations. You are by far the better team. You know there's all about that. You reminded me a lot of us in 91. We came in at 6 or 7 minors. People who didn't care and the care on the roads. People who were going to school. People who didn't know their position. And people who just were playing for the love of the game. And you played mighty football.
Yeah, well, a brilliant win indeed for Mayo. They were up against the team of the 90s this afternoon, but despite the underdogs tag, well, they were clearly deserving winners of this final. Now, watching that game with me this afternoon was Maeve Quinn. Maeve, the better team won. It was as simple as that.
Yes, it was indeed. Mayo were all over the place on the game. Waterford really didn't get into the stride at any stage. And even though they had a shaky start and needed 2 saves from the goalie there, Denise Horan, they still were by far the stronger team, and they really were up for it today. This was their day.
As Michael Ryan said there, they were the young, enthusiastic team today.
Yes, you could see it in them. They had nothing to lose going out into this game. They didn't have the experience, but they certainly had the heart and the spirit.
Well, you mentioned the shaky start. I suppose not unnaturally. There were Mayo nerves there earlier on, and in actual fact, Waterford could have been a goal or 2 up even.
Yes, I mean, you saw here Waterford, it took Denise Horan to save a few scores. Then Mayo brought the ball up the field, and they themselves had a shaky in terms of they missed the score here. Diane Horan shooting wide when in fact she could have scored a goal, and that would have been a score that they could have needed at that stage. Again, we see here again Diane Horan, who had a great game today, again getting the ball, she's soloing in, and she gets past the players, takes her shot, and it's off the crossbar. They were very unlucky, but it was the kind of scores they needed at the start of the game, and they didn't get them, and it allowed Waterford to be actually in control in the first half.
In control for the early periods of the first half, but then Mayo gradually got into it, and they gradually began to turn this game around.
That's right. Mayo really kept at it. They kept working. There was great determination, and they came back into the game, and in fact they went ahead by a point then, just before the last minute of the game, just before the whistle blew. And you see here Diana Hora again getting the ball, passing in a lovely ball over the head of the back there, and Sabrina Bailey grabbing it, going forward, and showing great experience, taking her point, so the teams go ahead. And they're 1 point ahead at half-time then. And we see again Diana Horan getting the ball, passing it in, and a fine point over the bar there. A second point in the second half. They went into the game, and they're 4 points into the start of the second half. Diana Horan taking the ball forward, making another goal, point taking, and a point taken again by Mayo. Mayo went ahead by 4 points straight into the second half. You see the points there. There was 2 frees as well, and 5 minutes into the game, they're 5 points up against Waterford, and Waterford don't know where they're at.
That was the real surprise of this game for me, because we've seen Waterford in situations where in the second half they come and take over and grind out a result of it, but that just didn't happen today.
No, they were able to come in, and it seemed like Mayo came out onto the field and they were up for it. They were going to win that game no matter what, and Waterford really never got started.
The impressive thing for Mayo today, not just today, but also in their semi-final win for me, was the fact that all through the match, and a couple of the players mentioned it there in the interview, you know, the grit, the determination, they keep going, they keep at it even when you didn't have the ball.
Yes, that seemed to be the thing that Mayo had concentrated on, that no matter what, even if it wasn't your ball, it was your ball. We see here a Mayo back coming out, Mayo forward, making the ball hers and giving it to Christina Heffernan when in fact it wasn't really her ball at all. And this was the grit and determination right through. See here again, Mayo kicking the ball up. It's down to Waterford player, knocks it down, but in fact the ball goes right through Martina Ryan's legs and over there to Imelda Malarkey, picks it up. That typified the day, and a fine catch there from Yvonne Byrne with one hand as it went over the head of Martina Ryan again. And they're a lovely catch. They just seem to be in the right place at the right time. We see Helena Lohan, who had a fine game today, And that seemed to be it. They had two 16-year-olds in the centre half back and the full back position, yet they were making catches like that. And they just were